You are petting a cat. It lies still, very comfortable. Then suddenly, it bites you. You think there is no reason. But if you believe that, you are completely mistaken. Cats do not bite without cause. Never. And if you ignore this, it will happen again. But this is the part that makes you stop. It warned you. Many times. You just did not realize it. And the final thing is the real reason. 1. You exceeded its tolerance limit. You are petting a cat. It lies still. It seems to really enjoy it. You continue. A few more seconds. A few more strokes. Then suddenly, it bites you. You are startled. You think it changed its temperament. But the truth is, you went too far. And it had been tolerating it before that. Cats do not tolerate endlessly. They have a very clear touch threshold. But here is the part many people do not know. That threshold changes constantly, according to the mood, according to the environment, according to its energy level at that moment. This means that the same action that was fine yesterday may be excessive today. You think it is relaxing, but its body is sending different signals. The tail begins to flick lightly. The ears turn slightly. The skin on its back ripples very quickly, very subtly. You do not notice, and that is exactly the problem. Research on feline behavior shows that overstimulation is the most common cause of cats biting while being petted. This means that its brain switches states from relaxed to defensive. There is no intermediate zone, and this is the part that makes you think. It does not bite immediately. It always gives you a chance to stop. Once, twice, many times. But you continue because you think it is enjoying it. The reality is, it is trying to endure it until it can no longer endure it. But here is the more painful part. The bite is not the first step. It is the final step. When every subtle signal has been ignored, when every other form of communication has failed, you are not bitten because it is irritable. You are bitten because you did not stop in time. And if you have never noticed those small signals, then you may have missed many times it tried to tell you. 2. It warned you, but you ignored it. You think the bite is sudden. No sign. No warning. But the truth is, it has never been sudden. It already told you. Very clearly. It is just that you do not understand its language. The ears flatten, very slightly. The tail begins to lash, slow at first, faster afterward. The skin on the back ripples in small pulses. The eyes open wider. The pupils change. These things happen within a few seconds. Very quickly, and you miss them. But here is the important part. Cats do not communicate through sound the way you think. They do not need to vocalize. They use their bodies. Extremely subtle signals, almost invisible if you do not know how to look. This means that you do not see them, not because it is not speaking, but because you have not learned how to read. Research on feline body language shows that cats use a series of microsignals to convey emotional states. Ears, tail, muscles, gaze. Each part says something, and when combined, it is a complete sentence. Stop. But this is what makes you think. It does not jump straight to biting. Never. It proceeds step by step. Light signals, then stronger, then clearer. And only when all are ignored does it resort to teeth. You think it suddenly changes attitude. But in reality, it has been more patient than you think. It has given you chances, many times. And each time you do not respond, you teach that subtle signals are useless. But here is the dangerous part. The next time, it will skip the early warnings. It will go straight to a stronger level. Because that is the only way to make you react. You are not bitten because it cannot control itself. You are bitten because you did not respond in time. If this makes you see your cat differently in just a few seconds, please like this video. 3. It is not biting you. It is hunting you. You put your hand out, wiggle it slightly. It lunges, bites, holds, kicks with its hind legs. You laugh. You think it is cute. But this is the part you are misunderstanding. That is not harmless play. It is a hunting lesson. And you are the prey. You think it can distinguish your hand from a toy. But the truth is, Its brain does not distinguish that way. Movement equals target. Flesh equals real sensation. This means that every time you use your hand to play, you are reinforcing predatory behavior directly onto your own body. In the wild, kittens learn to hunt through play. Chase, pounce, bite, hold, repeat hundreds of times. Research on predatory play confirms that this is an instinctive behavioral sequence programmed into the feline brain. It does not need to be taught, it only needs to be activated. And we are activating it every day. But this is the part that makes you stop. Cats learn extremely fast. What is allowed today becomes a habit tomorrow. You laugh when it bites lightly. You do not stop. You even encourage it, and its brain records, this is the correct way to play. But here is the dangerous part. Its body will grow, teeth sharper, force stronger, but the behavior remains the same. This means that what was once cute will become genuinely painful, and you will not understand why it suddenly bites harder. You think it has become aggressive, but in reality, it is only playing the way you taught it. No more, no less. And this is what many people do not realize. You are not only creating behavior, you are also creating an expectation. It expects you to react as before. It expects the hunt to continue. And when you pull your hand away, it increases the force to hold on. You are not bitten because it is bad. You are bitten because you have unintentionally turned yourself into its prey. 4. It is building up pent-up energy. You are busy, very busy. You go to work. You come home late. You scroll on your phone. It lies there, watching you. Not played with. No interaction. Then one day, it bites you. You think it is irrationally irritable, but the truth is, it is overloaded. Cats do not only need food and sleep, they need to hunt every day. This is a core instinct. Chase, pounce, catch, hold. If this sequence does not occur, energy will accumulate, build up, and it has to be released somehow. But here is the part you do not notice. It has no real target, no prey, no stimulation. This means that it will create its own target. And you are often the closest thing. You think the bite is random, but in reality, it is pent-up energy looking for a way out. A pounce, a bite, a predatory reflex that has been delayed for too long. Research on the behavior of indoor cats shows that a lack of stimulation and a lack of hunting activity are the main causes leading to aggressive behavior. This means that the problem does not lie in personality. It lies in the environment. But this is the part that makes you think. Indoor cats depend entirely on you to release that energy. It cannot go out to hunt. It cannot find its own stimulation. Everything comes from you. And when you do not provide it, it still has to resolve its needs in the only way it knows. You see it bite and think it has a problem. But in reality, it is acting according to its instincts in an environment that does not sufficiently meet its needs. And this is what many people do not accept. The fault is not in it. Not because it is hard to train, not because it has a bad temperament. It lies in how you interact. You do not need to change too much. Just a few minutes each day, a toy, a stimulating movement, a simulated hunt. Because if you do not give it the right way to release energy, it will find its own way. And next time, it may still be you. 5. You touched an area where it does not trust you. You pet its belly. It lies on its back. You think that is an invitation. Then suddenly, it bites you. You feel annoyed. You think it is difficult. But the truth is, you just touched its most vulnerable area. The belly is where vital organs are located. In the wild, this is a critical weak point. Every predator targets it. This means that a cat's brain is programmed to protect this area at all costs. No thinking, no hesitation. But here is the part you easily misunderstand. When it rolls over and exposes its belly, it is not always an invitation to touch. It may simply be a sign that it feels safe around you. A state of relaxation. Not permission. You see it as comfortable. You reach in, and the defensive reflex activates immediately. No buffer, no clear warning, Just a bite. Fast. Precise. Research on defensive reflexes in animals shows that when a vulnerable area is affected, the nervous system reacts almost instantly. This means that the action does not pass through consciousness. It is a survival instinct. But this is the part that makes you stop. It does not bite because it hates you. It is not rejecting you. It simply does not yet trust you at that level. A cat's trust does not come instantly. It is built over time. Through the times you respect its boundaries. Through you stopping at the right moment. And this is what many people do not realize. Every time you cross that boundary, you slow that process down. You make it more cautious. Next time, it will react earlier, more strongly. You think it is unpredictable. But in reality, it is protecting itself. If you want it to trust you enough to touch that area, you have to give it a reason to trust, not by forcing, not by trying again repeatedly, just by respecting and waiting. Because for cats, trust is not demanded, it is given. 6. It is trying to tell you something serious. You see it bite. For no reason. No clear warning. No signs you recognize. You think it is just behavior. But the truth is, it may be in pain. And you do not realize it. Cats do not express pain the way you think. No groaning, no complaining, no obvious attention seeking. In the wild, showing weakness equals danger. This means that it will hide it very well. But this is the part that makes you stop. When the pain exceeds its tolerance threshold, its body will react. No more soft control, no more subtle signals, only a strong reflex remains. And that may be the bite. You think it suddenly changed temperament. But in reality, it has been enduring in silence for a long time. Small changes you did not notice. Playing less, slight avoidance, moving differently, eating more slowly. All of these are signs, but you did not connect them. Research on pain masking in cats shows that they conceal pain until they can no longer tolerate it. This means that when you see clear behavior, the problem is already more serious than you think. But here is the dangerous part. You continue to see it as personality. You ignore it, you do not check, and the pain remains. You correct the behavior, but you do not address the cause. And next time, it will happen again. Possibly stronger, possibly more frequent. And this is what nearly 100% of owners overlook. They only see the behavior. They do not see the signals behind it. A bite is not always a behavioral issue. Sometimes, it is the last signal its body has left to say that something is wrong. You are not bitten because it is irrationally irritable. You are bitten because you have not heard what it is trying to say. And if you continue to ignore it, you will not only be bitten again, you will miss the chance to help it when it needs you the most. Observe the tail, the ears, the gaze. Stop early, before it has to bite. Do not use your hands as toys. Use real toys. Spend a few minutes each day. Let it hunt properly. But here is the important part. If the behavior changes abnormally, check its health immediately. You did not do wrong intentionally. You simply did not understand. But from now on, you can change. Because for a cat, you are the place it trusts the most. And if you do not want to just keep a cat, but truly understand it, follow this page.